Okay, so today we have Ren and Hi Ren, and we got the video here as well. 9-minute song. I mean, I've done long songs before, so you better strap in for this one because, of course, I like to talk after the video too. But this song was requested, I remember, back when it first came out in 2022, I do believe. And then it's also now been requested by family members as well. They said you should listen to the song, you should do a reaction to it. So I said, well, what the hell? Again, I heard about the hype before, but never listened to it, and why the hell not listen to it now and do a video with it? So let's get into it, talk about it after. Hi Ren, here we go. Hopefully the video doesn't get blocked, but we'll see. It's like an endgame kind of thing right off the bat.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, are you pleased to see me? It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah mate, this time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
Trust me.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before.
She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath it.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
The shifts.
Hi Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides.
It's got range.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget that we are human beings.
I mean, good, good lord. So Ren Gill, his last name, and Hi Ren. So 9 minutes, 19 seconds, and it's like, well, after after you listen to that, like, how do I go about it? How do I talk about what I just heard? I mean, obviously, it's Ren, and he's talking about the two voices, talking to the voice in his head, talking about hope versus despair, light versus darkness, as he mentioned at the end there with the spoken word part, and I mean, this is just a combination of rapping, almost slam poetry, I guess you might say, as well. And the ooh, I can't replicate what he was doing, but the oohs he was doing there as well, right off the get-go, I mean, kind of showed that, okay, he has, like, again, this is my first time ever listening to him, so when he comes with that, it was very poppy, I want to say, like, almost reminiscent, honestly, of who came to mind is, like, Adam Levine or something, with those oohs, or even Bruno Mars, in a little bit of a way. He had a voice that I feel like almost, and I don't know if this is out of left field, but it was like, at parts, it was almost a bit reggae-ish, and I don't know why. It's just like, at points, I was like, it feels like his voice would fit reggae. I don't know. Anyway, I've never listened to the rest of his work, but at the same point, his voice, again, and like I said at one point, he had a great range. I mean, again, how he came in with the oohs, and then he rapped, and then he also sang as well, and again, he could reach those high notes. He was showing the wide range he has in his vocal repertoire, and of course as well. It was just what I love. It was just him and his acoustic guitar, and he was just showing his mastery, I guess you would say, on the acoustic guitar. And I thought he was gonna break. I thought he was gonna break the strings on that acoustic guitar as well. The heavy plucking that he was doing, showing even more of, I guess it's even more hard hitting, you would say, when he's doing that, and when he's really going to town on that guitar, and the guitar is just, it just seemed old already. So just to hear it played so heavy like that, it was just heavily like that, it was just, I don't know, again, it just hits you even harder, and it just gave it a more massive, bold feel. And I think that's one thing I said when he started up. I said, that's bold. I mean, my goodness gracious, bold in sound. And I mean, it's just, oh my god. And I love, again, like I said, for how I began that, it's just him and his guitar, because I love other acoustic guitarists. Jim Croce always comes to mind. Nick Drake, of course, also comes to mind, and so many people came to mind when he was doing this. I love how, and again, I am a fan of rap. I've never really reacted to rap unless, way back in the day, I did do some Eminem videos, but Eminem is my favorite rapper. I mean, that's what I grew up on. And I was into rap a lot as a kid. And of course, through this channel, I've done a lot of rock bands or pop bands or whatever. But yeah, I grew up on rap, and rap was always my favorite genre growing up. So it was nice to come here and listen to a rap song for a change. And like I was going to say, though, he talked about, Eminem has done this before. Another guy that came to mind, another song that came to mind was Bo Burnham's Left Brain, Right Brain, I do believe, and how in that song Bo kind of talks, between both of his sides of his brain. Of course, one side of your brain wants to be calculated and smart and whatever, wants to keep you on track, and then the other side wants to do things that may cost you in a way, or whatever the hell, or you have to tell that part of the brain to stop. So anyway, so that did come to mind too. And of course, just proving his point even more, whatever, that voice's point even more, that, people have already done this. You're not doing anything new. But of course, Ren is trying to go up against that and not let that voice win. And I mean, again, it's all about mental illness. It's all about depression. The whole point when he said, pop another pill. And I mean, my goodness gracious, the pills, I got my pills right here, antidepressants, citalopram. So yeah, this obviously hit home. And I mean, I would have imagine it hits home for a lot of, I guess, mentally ill people or depressed people or anxious people, whatever it is. People have gone through this, people with Lyme disease like he has as well. And I mean, I'm all over the place here, but as well, when he came in on in the wheelchair and somebody wheeled him out, I did say right at the get-go, reminds me of Endgame. Of course, the Samuel Beckett play. One thing that I loved about University was doing that play. But anyway, and reading that play anyway. And I mean, it just automatically, I don't know if that was the goal or not, but I liked how, again, in that room, it was just looked like a cold, dank room. And he was in the wheelchair, and it was like he was ham, and and then Clove went off. But yeah, so anyway, I just like that, how that reference came to my mind immediately. So I was like, oh, here we go. But yeah, I just I'm going all over the place already, but it's just so nuts. It was just crazy. And of course, other guys that come to mind, because I love I love a lot of, I guess you would say, artists that were depressed. Or, I mean, I mentioned Nick Drake there. Of course, Nirvana is one of my favorite bands. Kurt Cobain, Alice in Chains are one of my favorite bands. They're dark, obviously. And of course, Lane Staley passed away. He, did not die of suicide or anything like that, but he was pretty much dead before he even was actually dead, with the way his decline went. And Brian Wilson comes to mind as well. Of course, he had voices in his head up until I believe he died. And his advice, from what I remember in interviews, was him saying, you just don't let the voices win. And how as well he would have happy voices in his head too, saying to keep going. So you just, I don't know, and like Ren said at the end, you have to relax sometimes and just let stuff happen or whatever, or just know that that voice can't control you or should not control you, whatever. So it doesn't matter what decade it's from. Like I said, the Beach Boys of the 60s, or people going through then up until the 90s with Kurt or whatever. There's always people who have mental illness or have some kind of depression or whatever. And even today, obviously, in a lot of music, a lot of artists. I mean, Louis Capaldi comes to mind. That's another. I know this man here. Ren is from. He's a Welsh, of course, and Louis Capaldi I know is from the UK. But anyway, a lot of people suffer. And it's just Ren put it all in this song here as well. And I mean, even though that voice is saying, this has been done thousands of times before, whatever, I feel like he can give another perspective too, and talk about it from his side. Because I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter how many times you hear it or hear these kind of words or whatever. It's always still so intense and raw, obviously. And because I mean, the way he delivered it, it was very intense and very raw. Not only his vocals, but his guitar playing as well. And it's always worth the listen, I feel like, anyway. And, no matter how many times this subject has been brought up or whatever, because I feel like mental health is important to talk about and to write about as well. So anyway, and like I said too, obviously this is some storytelling, and I love a good storytelling song, I guess you would say too. And Jim Croce comes to mind again for that. And I don't feel like an acoustic guitar and a voice is all you need a lot of the time to tell a story, or to tell your life story, really, here with Ren. I mean, holy moly. So anyway, there's like almost 10 verses, I think, in this song. So I usually go through the lyrics here, but I don't want to be here all day, so I'll skim around. But I will say again, I can see why this blew up back in I want to say 2022. Cause it's obviously very hard hitting, and it's very relatable too for a lot of people. And I know one person named Ren, and they work at a grocery store near me. That's the only Ren I know. And, so it's just like when a guy named, he's saying Hi Ren, it's almost like, I don't know. I don't hear many Rens out there, at least for me. And, so it's just, I don't know, it hit even harder that way for some reason. I don't know why. But, and if it was called Hi Nick, I mean, holy moly, that would be very close to home. But, let's get into these lyrics now, which again, crazy how he remembered all of them. I guess it's his song. He would remember all of them, but there's so many words, and I love how he still rhymed with all these words too, and still got all of his feelings out. I mean, it's insane. Let me wet my whistle, because we're going to be here a minute. So, with the first verse after the chorus of the oohs, of course, hi there, Ren. And the voice he puts on for that hi there, for the other, the bad part, obviously just very intense, and obviously very spooky and haunting, and it sounds like it's, what do I want to say? It's like breaking his throat or whatever the hell. I mean, straining his throat. I mean, holy moly. Anyway, it sounds like a demon. I mean, that's the point, I guess. Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you'd bury me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back deep down, deep down, that I'm always in periphery. Obviously this voice, Ren thinks it's gone away, and now it's coming back. And again, these voices always do come back. And I have to say, I don't think, I mean, this is random, but I might have, I'm not sure, but I feel like I have heard voices in my own head. I mean, I'm not, but not in this way or whatever. I mean, I do hear, it's just weird to say out loud. I guess I've talked about this in, therapy or whatever, but it hasn't happened for a while, but where a voice will just say my name. And, but that's all I've ever experienced. And, but of course for Ren and for many other people, like I said, even Brian Wilson, whatever, they say a lot more than just saying your name. Anyway, cause I always come back, deep down, Ren, aren't you pleased to see me? It's been a week since we spoke, bro. I need you. You need me. And again, trying to get into Ren's head again here and take him over, really take over his whole body. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd, not your place to lead me, not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. And again, I'm trying to get Ren to take him back, and how he's kind of saying, you don't really have a choice, I'm back. And how Ren wants to say, no, you're not coming back, whatever. Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And again, therapist, you try to get better. And of course the voice is going to say, you sound more insane than I do. It's just like, it hits a chord, and it's very relatable. I have to say one more time. Again, I've been making progress lately, new coping skills, really, so I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we just need to step back and chill. And again, I don't need you anymore. I'm trying to move on, trying to get better. And then as we go into the third verse, you think those doctors are really there to guide you. And again, trying to get at him and make him, rethink of what he's trying to do to get better. I've been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect at always being lied to. And again, trying to tell these people that they're not really for your own good. And then you have the part here, okay, take another pill, boy, drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone, fucking dumb boy. I got a burp, hold on. And I think with that third verse, when you have depression, I mean, when I was diagnosed with, now I can't remember what it's called, major depressive disorder, there you go. And it's always going to be with you, I feel like. You're never going to get rid of it. And it's just like, even when I tried to not take the pills, I realized that, I do need to take the pills because my brain was just not good. But so it's not going to be like this voice is saying, follow this 10-step program, rejoice, all your problems will be gone. My problems will never be gone. I'm always going to have some kind of problem. My mind will always be a little bit ill or whatever. But you can do things to, I guess, be better or to not want to kill yourself or whatever it is. So again, you can't just, that's not ever in my mind just going to go away. You can't just pretend it's not there anymore. I mean, it's always going to be there. Anyway, with the fourth verse, nah, mate, this is different this time. Trust me, I feel like things might be falling into place. And my music's been kind of doing bits too. I might go and do something great. Of course, he comes in here now too, talking about his music. And when I'm gone, I think of Eminem. Maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think we should talk, man, because when you're with me, it never seems to help. Again, this voice is obviously there for all the wrong reasons, and Ren does not want it showing up again. You think you can amputate me? I am here, or I am you, you are me, you are I am we. A little bit of I am the walrus there from the Beatles. We are one split in two, that makes one, so you see. You got to kill you, you want to kill me. And again, the whole point of if you kill me, you kill yourself, which, oh my goodness gracious. I mean, I feel like I've heard that phrase before or whatever, but here again, just to hear it one more time, it doesn't lose its hard-hitting feel. My God, I'm not leftover dinner. I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving. Delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? And I don't know if Oprah is she still doing interviews these days? My goodness, where are your Grammys? Ran nowhere. Again, just trying to put him down and trying to make him succumb to this voice one more time. Sixth verse, yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. And then he goes on and never chase numbers, statistics or stats, and propping himself up, kind of showing that he's a different kind of artist. So we'll go through there, and then we'll go back to the voice in the seventh verse, because I don't want to make this video too friggin' long. You're so pretentious, of course. And again, just this voice is going to go after him at any point that Ren is being positive or is being trying to be confident, and then the voice is going to make it sound pretentious or like he's being arrogant. But it's nice to have confidence within yourself, of course. I mean, my God. No one wants to hear another song. How about, but how about you hate yourself? Trust me, you should be lucky having me inside you to guide you, remind you, to manage expectations, provide you perspective, that thing you neglected. Again, his rhymes are great as well. I didn't really talk about that, but his rapping is I thought good, of course. My goodness gracious. I thought he had good flow. I thought he sounded very sophisticated as well. And just with an accent, I love an accent, and I love when singers, I just did a reaction to the Cranberries. Dolores O'Riordan. I love how in her voice you can hear her accent, and when that happens here again, I love when you can hear the accent of where the person is from, especially when it's from the UK. And I've reacted to a lot of people from the UK, so it's always fun to me to listen to. Anyway, and again, just this voice taking him down. You want to be a big deal. Next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. And again, it's just like, I don't think Ren wants to be these things, but this voice is trying to make him feel like, oh, you're going to be so big like Jimmy, and it's just like, well, no, but this voice is going to go at him like that. Anyway, let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging the song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous, a battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Plan B did it. Just do it again. It's been done before. And but at this point in time, I feel like every song has been done already, but we still keep going. And like I said before, I still like to hear Ren's his side of his own story. I mean, yeah, the story that he's lived. And then we had this 8th verse, fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. And he's very right there. Because I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius, and I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. And then we go into the 9th verse. That's right, speak your truth. Yeah, you fucking God complex leaks out of you. Again, just saying, what are you, God? You're so arrogant, my goodness. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Then the 10th verse there, which I believe is the last one. Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you, Ren. And again, it's just the intensity and how we're reaching the climax at different points as well in the song, and how his guitar playing would ramp up with that. It's just like, holy fuck. Well, fucking kill me then. Let's fucking have it. And again, if he kills him, then he kills himself. I mean, he kills all of them. Because I call the shots. I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots. I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. And then the bridge here, and my goodness gracious. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation, I am temptation. And we talk about the snake of Eden. Of course, religion comes into play here a little bit as well. And I mean, as I mentioned earlier, that voice is like a demon. And we talk about Lucifer. We talk about the Antichrist, again, as well, father of lies. I mean, my goodness gracious. And I'm not surprised that we bring in, religion. My name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I want to bow. And how he fits these words in. I want to bow to the will of immortal, feeble, and normal. You want to kill me. I'm eternal, immortal. And again, I'm forever. You can't do anything. It's just this voice propping itself up. I am you. You are me. I am you, Ren. And the second bridge. Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. Again, we go back to the kind of the first part. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be myself, and I've spent my life ill. But as sure as the tide starts turning, just as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon dries when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. And again, in a way, I'm happy that you were here because it has tested me. It has twisted me. It has broken and beat me. But at the same time, I'm still alive. And I'm still getting through this, and has made me who I am today, and it has made me a fighter, a warrior, all this stuff. As he goes on face to face with a beast, I'll rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. I go by many names as well. And now he's standing up to this voice, of course. And when I'm gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you. We're a coin with two different sides. Again, even though I don't like you and you want me to die now at the end of it, we're still a coin of the two of the same sides, whatever, and we will have to coexist whether you like it or not, because now I'm the one in charge. I mean, my goodness gracious. Then we have the chorus and then the spoken outro again, where at the end there he pretty much just talks about his life and his struggles in a spoken word, obviously. When I was 17, I shouted into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered consequences with autoimmunity, disease, or illness and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum eternally swaying from the dark to the light, and more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it casts. And kind of what I was saying there, the voice is always going to be there. And maybe the voice will go away one day, whatever, but the depression will still be there. And it's an eternal thing, and you just have to learn to live with it, and until you're gone, and hopefully not due to the voice, something that takes you out naturally. And so yeah, it's just there's no real winners or losers or whatever. It's always going to be a psychological warfare, but you just got to do something to get through it, whether it is pills or therapy or whatever, or just to relax, as he goes on to say at the end there. I was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance, much of the same as I just said. And like at the dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften. That dance got easier. Is this eternal dance? Is this the eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods? And we must not forget that we are human beings. And again, all we are at the end of the day is human, and we're not anything else, and we're not so high and mighty or whatever. We're all just human beings living on the same planet here, all going through our own struggles, really. And yeah, I just realized that I have to almost, again, relax and know that this will go on for a long time. And but I can't let the dark out, cover all the light, and I will get through it or whatever. I mean, you want to say that at the end as well. I will get through the battles, and the battles still will come every now and then. But from everything I've learned, you just gotta keep going after you win that battle. So it's just, my goodness gracious. I went on way too long there, of course. I did end up reading a lot of lyrics, but again, they're just so intriguing, and they're just so thought-provoking, poignant, obviously, and just, yeah, just the man going through his own psyche and talking about, psychosis. And like I mentioned earlier, he didn't really mention it by name, but he did say autoimmunity illness, but to his Lyme disease, which I do believe has made it hard for him to, I want to say, for him to walk. Obviously, yeah, that's what Lyme disease does. It makes makes it hard to do a lot of things, but and how that again caused some depression and all those things, and so obviously he went through a lot. So it is nice and interesting to hear his story, and yeah, just so vulnerable, so honest, so real, so raw, so aggressive. My God. So I guess that's all I gotta say. I mean, holy moly, this is one of my longest videos ever. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Thanks. I don't know how this video is gonna do. I don't really do these kind of videos a lot. After this one, I plan on doing a Blondie reaction, so we're going in a different direction right after this. But anyway, thanks for everything, all the support, and of course, if you're struggling as well, like Ren, here, I mean, hopefully you get something out of the song, or hopefully you can keep going or whatever. Because I mean, I always think of now I'm going again, but I always think about how Brian Wilson just passed away last year, and he passed away at, I want to say, 82. And he never thought that he would make his 80s, because he thought he would, take his own life. I mean, that's why he wrote Till I Die. So, he was living proof that you can go on and make it. So I always think of him. I think of so many artists like that who have gone through so much, and but they still were there. They were still here, and that's just beautiful. So anyway, thanks for everything. I'll talk to you guys again soon.